Phoebe Teasdale and I'm the Deputy Member of Youth Parliament for Middlesbrough. So today I am attending the Big Bosses on the Spot event, and we are speaking to some big bosses and asking them some difficult questions.
Hi, I'm Lucy Butcher and I'm a Member of Youth Parliament. I'm here today for the Big Bosses on the Spot event, and I'm very excited to kind of hear the responses of the people on the panel. Got some very important people like the Mayor, Deputy Mayor, so it'll be very excited to see what they've got to say.
We're here on Big Bosses on the Spot. The aim of this is for young people to question the leaders of Middlesbrough Council, asking them about what can be improved in the local community and really quizzing them on what they are doing to ensure that Middlesbrough is the best place to live.
I think it's a really exciting opportunity, because I think with teenagers our voices are not usually heard. I think there's a big gap between children and adults. I think we're missing teens out a little bit, so this event is really important, I think, for teens to kind of get our voices out there and our voices heard, and I think it's going to be great. So I think there's quite a few on mental health, a few on COVID, some on Ukraine, and just kind of the roles and responsibilities of some of the panellists to kind of hear what they do and how to get kind of involved with politics.
Well, for me, what's really important is educational achievement, especially among girls. It's been found that Middlesbrough has one of the lowest educational ambitions for girls, and I'm really passionate about showing girls from Middlesbrough that just because you're from Middlesbrough and just because you have a northern accent, it doesn't mean you can't achieve. You can achieve.
I've spoken a bit about on changing the stereotypes of the youth, as in kind of shining a positive light on kind of the stereotypes of these, because there's especially on social media, quite a negative spotlight shone on kind of the bad things that we're doing, and I think if we shone kind of a positive spotlight, a lot of more teenagers will be influenced, and kind of the stereotype might be changed from a negative to a positive, and I think that's really important to kind of get that across.
I'm here because there's a special event on. There are some young people coming into the town hall. They're going to sit in the council chamber with myself as the mayor and some other people that have got senior positions in the council. And I think we're going to be speaking. We're going to be, I think, questions going back and forth, and yeah, it's a chance to engage, exchange ideas, and show people that we listen and perhaps get challenged a bit too, which is a really healthy process.
My name's Brent Kilmurray. I'm Chief Executive of Teesside Valleys. We're an NHS trust, and we look after mental health and learning disability services in this area. I'm here because obviously we provide the children and adolescent mental health services locally. It's one of the most scary things I've done. You know, I've been in front of the real politicians, but I think these are probably more daunting.
And you know, I'm quite apprehensive. Well, not apprehensive, maybe a bit nervous about what I'm going to be asked, but it's so exciting and it's a really great challenge, and I'm just really keen to hear what young people have to say and how we can then take that information and make a difference.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Are you nervous about young people asking you questions?
Really nervous, yeah, really nervous, because the questions are really smart, and the questions are really good questions, and I think you know, it really makes me think about the job I do and how I do it.
So in some parts of Middlesbrough, a lot of us feel unsafe because there's a lot of drug users, violence, antisocial behaviour, etc. What's being done to prevent this, and or just make the area safer?
Financially, it ruins families and it ruins communities, and there is a lot of drugs about up and down the country, and people do prey on young people with respect to becoming involved in drugs. But we also work with the North East Regional Crime Squad, and we also work more regionally, collaboratively and more nationally to help take out drug dealers at a higher level around this country and of course internationally. So it's not just in Middlesbrough alone where the problem starts.
The national lockdown really affected the mental health of young people in Middlesbrough. what's been done since to support and improve young people's mental health since lockdown?
The lockdown, this pandemic generally has had an impact on the mental health of young people. And what we do know as well, doing some forecasting, working with Mark's colleagues and others, is they probably will see about 50 to 60% more people coming for support.
Teen pregnancy in Middlesbrough is really high. What is being done to lower this and to help people who are young teen mothers?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tilly. That's a really good question. I think teenage pregnancy is the highest in the country in Middlesbrough, so we know that it's a significant issue. And I think what we need to do, particularly post-COVID, is understand the reasons for it, so whether it's access to services, choice of services, knowledge of prevention, or an active choice.
But if someone wants to stay in Middlesbrough, we have to make sure that they've got the best career opportunities that equal any other place. So the career opportunities, we're working super hard on that. And yesterday, we announced that we are creating a thing called a Mayoral Development Corporation. It sounds really boring, but it's really big stuff. It's so big that you actually need an act of Parliament to make it happen. And that will fast forward millions and millions of pounds of investment. And that will allow beautiful new homes in the centre of town.
Incredible, and I think this is something that's been real apparent today while talking to staff and talking to senior leaders in Middlesbrough, is that the child is at the heart of everything in Middlesbrough now. And I think being able to give these young people a voice to feel part of it and to feel as if they can make a difference and make some changes. So often you see people making decisions on behalf of children, and that's not the right way forward. So bringing the child into those decisions and letting them have that voice can only be a positive.
I think it's important that all children and young people have a chance to get their voices heard, but it is just fantastic to have this group of really passionate young people who are really out to make a difference, and have come along today, are spending their time, which is precious to them, and really they've thought about the questions, they've come along. So I hope it's a good experience for them, as well as getting the answers to their questions, and then then working with them to to put the suggestions that they come up with, the answers, all of those things into practice, and hoping that they can see that their work and our work together makes a difference.
I think it's increasingly essential, isn't it, that we listen to the people that actually have the experiences on the ground. Young people's perspectives, particularly after the pandemic, I think are going to be critical in terms of helping us to think about how we design services and I guess provide the services in a way that best meets their needs. I think it's good to hear about what's important for them. It's good to hear, I guess, perhaps receive some of their challenge around maybe where we're not meeting their needs, or they perceive that we've got difficulties in the way we're doing things. So I'm looking forward to hearing what's on their minds today.
I think I'll turn that around. If you don't feel that your voice is getting heard, that leads to despondency, frustration, and eventually anger. When you feel like someone's not listening to you, that is one of the worst things in the world. So everybody needs and deserves to be listened to. So I think sometimes young people feel not listened to. So today is a great step, isn't it? It's going to allow people to see firsthand that they're being listened to. They can say whatever they want, they can ask whatever they want, and we'll give them really honest answers. So I think it's a great process that everybody will get loads out of.
I think it's really important for children to have a voice. I think it's very important that we hear the voice of the child. It's something that echoes through our themes, especially within our safeguarding boards. And I think it's important that children are listened to. They are the very people who are out there, out and about, engaging and being part of our society in Middlesbrough. And it's really important that they are given the opportunity to tell us what's going wrong, what they feel needs to be done better, and to really help shape the future.
Well, it's absolutely fundamental to everything we do. Unless we as officers or services are held to account by young people for the quality of the services we provide, what's the point really? And we also need to hear back what is important so we can design and deliver services which actually meet the needs of young people in the town.
Hi, I'm Amna and I'm here today to listen to what the big bosses of Middlesbrough have for what they think of young people and their questions. Right now we've been doing some questions and it has been going good. They've been answering them in detail, and I feel like the young people voices are being heard now, and I'm really passionate about our voices getting heard, so I'm really happy this is happening.
Well, progress is going great. We've been in there for just under an hour. We've had questions about reducing the poverty, increasing mental health support, and also representation from the police on their perspective on what's the best way to tackle crime, particularly regarding drugs.
I think it's gone really well. I mean, they're taking a lot of notice. It seems like they're going to make a big change.
I think they're enjoying it. I think that there's a lot of engagement going on, and it's just lovely to see, because I mean, when I was at school, I wasn't really aware of what a councillor did, what a mayor did, or even what an MP did. So it's brilliant that these young people are learning about that now, and it could be a possible future for them too.
Big Boss is on the spot!